Hello everyone, myself Deepak Kumar Jha, Assistant Professor at Sadeva College of Pharmacy, and topic for today is monophasic liquid dosage forms. In this, we'll cover theoretical aspects including commonly used vehicles, essential adjuvants like stabilizers, colorants, and flavors with examples. Monophasic liquid dosage forms. Liquid dosage forms commonly used in pharmacy or pharmaceutical industry are either monophasic or biphasic. Monophasic liquid dosage form refers to liquid preparations in which there is only one phase. It represents a true solution. A true solution is a clear homogeneous mixture that is prepared by dissolving either a solid, liquid, or gas in a liquid. The component of solution present in large amount is known as solvent, and the component present in small amount is known as solute. It is further classified into two groups: liquids meant for internal administration, for example mixtures, syrups, and elixirs, or liquids meant for external administration, for example gargles, mouthwashes, throat paints, pouches, nasal drops, eye drops, ear drops, liniment, and lotions, etc. Here is the graphical representation of classification of monophasic liquid dosage form. Liquid meant for internal administration like syrup, mixture, elixir, linked uses, and the other is for external administration or external use. Applied to skin like lotion, liniments, used in mouth like gargle, mouthwash, throat paints, liquids instilled into body cavities like douches, ear drops, nasal drops, eye drops. Liquid dosage forms, in addition to drug substance, also contain excipients which serve different and specialized pharmaceutical purposes in the formulation. These excipients in the most cases are present in a greater proportion with regard to the drug substance as it forms the bulk of the formulation. It is therefore essential to ensure that all excipients used in formulation of liquid dosage forms are physically and chemically compatible with the drug substances and every other component of the formulation. The excipient used in the formulation of pharmaceutical liquid dosage forms include vehicle or solvent, co-solvent, surfactant, preservatives, viscosity modifiers or suspending agent, buffer, antioxidants, chelating agents, sweeteners, flavoring agents, colorants, antifoaming agents, humectant, emulsifying agents, flocculating agents. Vehicles or solvent. In liquid pharmaceutical formulations, vehicles are major components used as a base in which drugs and other excipients are dissolved or dispersed. They function by breaking of bond and reducing effective charge on the ions, thus increasing solute solvent force of attraction, which are eventually greater than solute solute and solvent solvent forces of attraction. Vehicle used in the formulation of liquid dosage forms may be aqueous like water, polyhydric alcohol, hydroalcoholic solutions, and buffers, or oily like vegetable or mineral oils, organic oily bases, emulsifying bases. The choice of vehicle used depends on the nature and physicochemical properties of the active pharmaceutical ingredients, also known as API, and the intended use of the formulation. First example here is water as a solvent. Water is the most widely used solvent in pharmaceutical formulation. In routine use, it lacks toxicity, is compatible with body fluids, and can dissolve most compounds that are used as pharmacological agents due to its high dielectric constant. Next is alcohol as a solvent. Alcohol, frequently refers to as ethyl alcohol or ethanol, is the most commonly used solvent in liquid pharmaceutical formulation next to water. It is clear, colorless, mobile, and volatile liquid with a slight characteristic odor and burning taste. Alcohol USP contains ethanol, C2H5OH, not less than 92.3 and not more than 93.8% by weight, which corresponds to not less than 94.9% and not more than 96% by volume. Ethanol is miscible with water, glycerin. Co-solvents. Co-solvents are primarily liquid components often used to increase the water solubility of drug, which do not contain ionizable groups and whose solubility can thus not be increased by pH adjustment. Surfactants. Surfactants also known as surface active agents, are molecules with well-defined polar, hydrophilic, or non-polar, that is, the hydrophobic regions, that associate in aqueous media to form dynamic aggregates known as micelles. Non-polar drugs can partition into these micelles and be solubilized, depending on the nature of the polar region or polar area. Surfactants can be anionic, example sodium dodecyl sulfate, or cationic, like trialkyl ammonium, zwitterionic, example glycine and proteins, and non-ionic like polyethylene glycol. Among these, the most commonly used ones are the anionic and non-ionic surfactants. Non-ionic surfactants rather than ionic surfactants are generally considered to be more suitable for pharmaceutical application, not only because of their lower toxicity but also because the next is preservatives. Preservatives are chemical compounds that are added to formulation to protect them from microbial contamination. An ideal preservative should be effective at low concentration against all possible microorganisms, non-toxic, non-sensitizing, soluble and compatible with API, other excipients and the container system, stable for a shelf life of the product.
Buffers. The term buffer solution, and buffer solution, when used with reference to hydrogen ion concentration or pH, refers to the ability of a system, particularly an aqueous solution, to resist a change of pH on adding acid or alkali or on dilution with a solvent. Control of the formulation pH could prevent large changes during storage and also ensure the physiological compatibility of the formulation with the biological fluid. Therefore, most formulation scientists utilize buffer solution to control potential changes in the pH of formulations. The selection of a suitable buffer should be based on suitability of the buffer for intended liquid formulation. For example, a boric acid buffer may be used for optical and intravenous delivery, but not in oral liquids because of its toxicity. Stability of the drug substance and excipient in the buffer, and compatibility between the buffer and container. Next is antioxidants. Antioxidants are added to some liquid dosage forms to delay or inhibit the oxidation process of molecules. Antioxidants act by getting preferentially oxidized or by blocking an oxidative chain reaction. Next is sweeteners. Sweeteners, as the name implies, is employed in liquid pharmaceutical dosage form intended for oral administration, specifically to increase the palatability of the therapeutic agent. Example include sucrose, sorbitol, mannitol, saccharin sodium, xylitol, high fructose corn syrup, etc. Next is flavoring agents. Flavoring agents or flavors are used to mask the taste of the drug, many of which have a very unpleasant taste. Flavors are used in formulation of pharmaceutical liquid dosage form. They must be non-toxic, they must be soluble, especially in case of products like syrup and elixirs. The resultant product needs to be clear, stable and compatible with the component of the formulation. Masking of is very difficult due to their complexity. A good example of such flavor is that male fern extract, which is initially sweet, then astringent and finally bitter. Flavoring agents such as vanilla, raspberry. Next is colorants or coloring agents. They are largely incorporated in pharmaceutical products to standardize or improve an existing drug color. Here are the references which have been used in preparing this lecture. Thank you.